What up, anime fans? I'm back with another video. Reviewing the second and last Hunter x Hunter movie so far. Hunter x Hunter The Last Mission. Released in late 2013. This time takes place during the Chimera Ant arc. There's some mention this takes place during a specific arc, but more of it's like an alternate reality, you know? It was obviously not canon, but it's more of an alternate reality, like a what if. This was actually better than the first one. The character's got more to do. Minus Leorio. I feel bad for the guy. He never gets a chance to fight. Well, fights he participates, he always gets his ass kicked. Oh, poor guy. But I like seeing familiar faces again. Yeah, Paul main character's not the only one in this film. Plus Hisoka, obviously. I mean, he's Hisoka. I wonder if they're going to do more Hunter x Hunter movies. They should, actually. You know, they should have made more movies in the next... for a few years now. Every few years. So we can keep interest in the series. Like, keep tell non-canon stories, but to keep interest in the series. You know, get more Hunter x Hunter content before the anime makes its return. They could have done that. But they didn't. The last film came out in 2013. Both films came out in 2013. Hunter x Hunter ended in late 2014. And it's 2022, which turned 2023. The films will be over 10 years old by next year. So, they could have done more films. I mean, My Hero Academia has 3 fucking movies. Demon Slayer's movie does not count because it's just a return, and they already did that. We did it as an arc itself. So, that's obviously scratched off. Yu Yu Hakusho had 2, well, bad example. Okay, coincidental too, actually. Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter both have 2 films. Did the Kashi stories get 2 films? No. Since the English, since the 2018 Yu Yu Hakusho OVAs are officially getting dubbed, at least that's a rumor. We're still going to come in live action Yu Yu Hakusho series, most likely with Takashi's supervision. If you don't make a live action adaptation, you must make sure you have the creator's supervision and make sure things go right. Then just tell your own story. Even your own fan, you could get things wrong. Having the original creator on board will really help the series proper tell unique stories, but with the restrictions of live action, but tell a unique way. That compensate for the live action. It's good to see Chairman Netero again. You know, if you haven't seen my review on the Chimera Ant arc, I haven't seen that entirely. If you have not watched the 2011 anime, only just watched the 1999 anime of the Green Lantern arc. You know, the Chimera Ant arc was the biggest arc of Hunter x Hunter. And my Demon Barrel against the killer of Chimera Ant, Meruem, Netero died. He had a bomb planted in his chest and triggered it. It was a poisonous bomb too, so he died that day. So leading into the next arc. Well, they do a good cameo as well. Which doesn't really make sense in context. And again, you don't know much about him, so I like how they don't focus more on this character. Because he gets more screen time in the last arc. But I'll get to that. Anyway, so the film opens up many years ago, with a slightly younger Chairman Netero, no beard. This was years ago, by the way. Netero was younger, hair down, longer, and no beard. And he's wearing that shirt he won the Chimera Ant arc. They actually mentioned the reason why he wore that shirt in that arc. It's when the chairman is very serious. So this was definitely serious. That's pretty clever. Miss you, Chairman Netero. Even though you didn't get much time in the series, I still miss you. You're a cool character. Yeah, you never had much screen time, you know. Anyway, so then a battle happened. Netero was banned the man in charge. Uses sort of a net, like, you summon lightning and nicknamed Darkman temporarily until his name's revealed. Netero managed to beat him, kill him. Then we cut to present day. We see 4 cloaked people, Petra present, and 3 people. Will that be set up or something? But no, that just never comes back. Like, that whole thing is just pointless because those predators never appear again. Like, what was the whole point of that? Anyway, these people have dark power. One of them has black eyes, is wearing a black cloak. If they free these prisoners, I'm making some dark servants or something. I'm gonna get the title card. We cut to Golden Killua in a city. You know, got my boom back for a little girl. Killua's got a skateboard back. I mean, we haven't seen him roll that since the first arc, the Hunter exam arc, which feels like a long way away, you know. Turns out Golden Killua, anyway, and seeing something like commotion. An old random woman being picked on by a bunch of bugs. But then they asked us for Kit by none other than Zushi, who looks totally different now. Like, he's got, more simply, he's different. His shirt, he ripped the sleeves off his outfit. This is actually interesting that they changed his design, because, again, last time we saw Zushi was a cameo in the Great Island arc. Zushi's not the only one there. Wing is there too, obviously, but also with Biscuit in a Green Island outfit. The one-side ponytail, because, like I said, this takes place during the Chimera Ants arc, but before her appearance there. As I said, her appearance in the Chimera Ants arc was pointless. I didn't feel like she was pointless in this movie. She had some screen time and something to do, and just, you know, some unique action. You know, she was limited, only doing something. I still like that better than her appearance in the Chimera Ants arc. She was only there just to train Golden Killua. She was just a plot device. She wasn't a plot device in this film. She was just set as a regular character, not as part of the main cast, sadly. I wish she would join the main characters, because I'd like to see her again. Oh, Biscuit's likeable. What is it with Togashi having 4 main characters being... His 4 main characters being men? No, I'm not joking by this. But technically we have more main characters in Yu Yu Hakusho. Like there's Keiko, Botan. But I mean the core 4. Like Yusuke, Kuwabara, Hiei, Kurama, and Hunter x Hunter, Gon, Killua, Kurapika, and Leorio. All male. Core 4. I really love to see Togashi do a crossover. Have his show 2 stories make a crossover. I mean, why not? They could explain that some type of demon and has in a multiverse somehow able to travel between dimensions, and it's up to Yusuke and his friends to stop, and they end up in the world of Hunter x Hunter, and they team up with Gon and his friends to beat him. I'd like to see him work about crossover plot with that. That little idea. Curious to know. I want to see a fan fiction of that. And see a fan stories of what they're like. I'm even curious to see, like, I have a DeviantArt account, and, well, I'd like you to send me your drawings. Send me images of your drawings, of your own Hunter of the characters. Anyway, turns out Golden Killua back in at the city with Heaven's Arena. There's an event going on. Special type of event. And we learned something about Zushi. He's a floor master now. I like this idea, really. They can actually, interesting, this has never been mentioned in the series. This design, so far, is exclusive to the movie. Of course, I do not know if they appear in the 2 arcs that are in the manga so far. They're not yet been adapted. I'm not sure. So, once I'm done with this, I plan to give the manga a read. I really am going to plan to read the first arc of the manga, continue reading, get up to the 2 arcs that were adapted, and be ready for the next arc to come out. Anyway. So yeah. Also, Kurapika's there with Nia. You know, the girl who lost her land abilities. They imagine her father is sick. Yeah, that's a good way to write him out of the story. She didn't do much. Melody's also there. But it's nice seeing Kurapika again. As in, this is post-York New Kurapika, not pre-York New. Or more simply, the Kurapika in the previous movie is doing from York New City arc. So, yeah, I understand that part. But it's more midway through, even though it takes place after. Kurapika seems less distant and lonely. Because he's more care about his friends. Kurapika seems more distant in this film, like he was post York New. Well, then again, I just saying he seems more distant. Some of the same of the characters. Jump in a bit of a continuity error of his chains. I think I'll talk about that when I actually get to review Jump Force someday. But I'm not going to play it until I'm done watching all the anime that appear in that show, appear in that game. So, anyway. So, yeah. Also, Win also called in someone else that's come in. Turns out he asked Leorio to be Zushi's medical doctor in case he gets injured. I think that's pretty cool to bring Leorio in the story, but he's not around much. Because he went to do the same club guys from earlier and he gets knocked out and thrown into the sewer. So he's absent for most of the movie. They don't seem to pay more mind to it. Hey, Gonku decided to... also, Neto is also here to give a speech on this event. So Gonku tried to say hi...
Shit now! Get on my bloody feet!
Sorry about that then. Something happened to skittle in shelter me then. My mum accidentally stepped on one of the cats we got. Nani it scared me too, because that literally caught me off guard. I did not hear that coming. Jeez, that's what you saw me doing this earlier. Fucking hell. I'm sorry, where was I? Hey. We see that these guys have arrived at the place. Gonku has entangled the chairman. Since when they arrived at the floor, he tested their strength with the same dodge, with the same ball. As you remember back in the first arc, during one episode, Gon and Killua a challenge by Netero. If they could get the ball from him, it'll make them hunters on the spot. So now they're able to catch the ball with ease. Showing how much they've grown since their first encounter. I like how they did that. Showing how much they've grown stronger. They struggle to even get that ball. But having them catch it with such ease, that's how much stronger they're going. Don't even mention that. He wonders if he could get the ball from Netero now. I really like that detail. I like the interactions. Anyway, some sharp organization field. Meanwhile, Kurapika there's a call and ends up getting a call from Hisoka. Of course he's in the film. He's Hisoka. They can't have a Hunter movie without fucking Hisoka. Ooh, I'm curious to see what the final battle will be like with him. Obviously he's going to be the last threat in the series. Might even learn about Hisoka's past. Why he's such a psychopath. I'm curious to know what Togashi comes up with that character. Because he puts the Joker to shame. He literally puts the Joker to shame. Because Joker's definitely not like that. And something. Togashi made a character even scarier than the Joker. You know, that's really saying something, am I right? Anyway, bad things started to happen. Managed to take over. They managed to put down most of the fighters, even one Zushi's supposed to base. Also having some of the people hostage, including Win and Biscuit. Well, Sushi ends up fighting one of the people that took one of these bad guys. He gets his ass kicked. So anyway, I'm curious, I hope Sushi does appear again in the series. Come on. I wonder if Tagashi's going to plan to do a time skip. I think he should say, if he does ever plan to do a time skip, I think he should save it towards the end of the series for a final arc. You know? Like an epilogue or something. See what the characters do in the future, like in the future, how when they're older. So anyway. So there's a deal with this type of crap going on. Well, a young girl bursts into the room, capturing Netero by stabbing herself with a knife, calling some name out. Netero sees to know what it is. It's called Own. He explains to Gonokiro that the opposite of is different to Nen. Nen is light, Own is darkness. Ugh, my heart's still beating by the way from that shock. Still feel it. Alright. He ends up running to the big bad as well. Ends up going to try to fight back, but they end up getting knocked through the window. Luckily, Buster Kilo was kicked free with his yo-yo. They managed to survive, but God breaks him for the wall. This movie's all about nostalgia. Because, as I said, Kilo's skateboard does make a return. He usually uses it at the start of the film now. It's nice to see it again though. As I said, the last appearance was in the Hunter exam arc. More simply, the Zoldyck family arc, more specifically, when it's by the tree, it gives an extra Phyllis the Lighty Light out of a focus on Canary. And like she got more screen time in the last arc. I'm curious to know what she could do. I hope she gets to help out Kilo Gon and his friends someday. Properly. You know, I really like that. Be interesting. Will Canary side with Killua? Or will she have to be stuck working with the Zoldyck family if there ever was a battle? I think that would be an obvious one. As Canary said, she'll willing to do anything for Killua, even if it costs her a job or her life. So she'll stay with him no matter what. I know I talk about her romantic character for a different arc, sorry. So yeah. Well, Paprika's trying to find his way out. Well, Biscuit and... By the way, Biscuit and Wing picks up Zushi. By the way, National mentions something. Nationalese group's called The Shadow. A group that disappeared. A group that's supposed to be dead. Because the original leader, Jed, is dead. I got it rhymes. So, Gon and Killua end up doing some fighting, fighting some goons. I hear boys and others because they're wasting too much energy. They found a weapon spot and Gon uses his John, Ken, Rock. Or just his Nen punch. I didn't name him the Nen punch because he uses Nen around his hand to make a big punch. So I'm curious to know if Gon ever comes up with new techniques with his John Jarkin. You know? Like, when you see the muscular form, that form is dangerous. That I don't think Gon will ever be using that again. Because it might, if he does, he could die. I really hope they make another Hunter x Hunter movie, by the way. I mean, come on, they could have kept the fans more invested to keep watching for more Hunter x Hunter content. Keep the fans enjoying watching some films, wow, until the manga makes its return. I mean, these movies are not canon, so why couldn't they? If you know the reason why they never bothered to make more films in the Hunter x Hunter universe, let me know in the comments down below, because they could have made a crossover movie, Yu Yu Hakusho. That'd be a great treat. Oh. Anyway, what they find in the weapons vault is very nostalgic. Gon finds a fishing rod in there that looks just like the one he had. I only just noticed that Gon stopped using his fishing rod after the green after the first arc. It did appear in the second arc, the Zodiac Family, but after that, he also used it in Heaven's Arena. Actually, I think its last appearance was in Yorkdew. It was his last appearance, so it's pretty interesting to see it again. And Big Gold figures out why they sell it, because Kino asks why the hell they sell something like that. It's because Gold used it the last time they were there. That makes sense, because Gold and Kino have the potential to be floor masters if they stay to compete more. So, I think that'd be interesting. So, I really do hope that idea of Zushi being a floor master comes to play late in the series. Because again, Sushi's last appearance was in the Chimera Ants arc. Not that arc, I meant. The Green Island arc, which is just a cameo. While Win made his last appearance in the 13th Chairman Election arc, just without any dialogue. Along with some of the other characters. Now, I want to mention something. One character, as I mentioned earlier, makes an appearance in this movie, just doesn't speak. Braxton, I think I'm saying his name right. Oh, I don't know, actually. I know. Since I can't remember his name, don't know if I said his name properly. Easy to just show you. Is this guy right here, part of the Zodiac of the Chimera in this arc. He makes a non-speaking cameo. So, and this takes was released during the Chimera Ants arc. Because early on in the film, right, they mentioned before coming to the Heaven's Arena, they were with Kite in the forest, Kite in the jungle. Should I mention that? Sorry. Yeah, that's why I mentioned this takes place during the Chimera Ants arc, because Kite was mentioned, and he was in the arc, but mostly took place during the second half of the arc. During the evasion point. So yeah, Pax is a non-speaking cameo. And basically, the Shadow was a part of the Hunter Society. But a hunter had them wiped out. Someone sent hunters out to kill them, but that wasn't Netero. Well, he only killed Jeb because their actions were out of control. And Jeb turns out to be his old friend. Feel sad for that. Even though Netero never mentions him being a friend, we just see it later in the film after the battle. Okay. And going to end up fighting the big muscular guy that beat the crap out of Zushi. By the way, best get knows about the Shadow as well. And Kurapika. And it's a fun little joke. Because, since Biscuit looks like a kid, people think she is. But when Win tries to point out, she may look young, but She's not as young as you was about to say. She's not as young as you think. I was gonna laugh, but Biscuit was angry, so he decided to keep his mouth shut. Of course, Tara Jane Sands reprises her role of Biscuit Kruger, and she's a great actress, one over being in lots of other anime, mostly during the 4Kids era, being Anna the Ichigo, Anna Oyama in Shaman King, both the original and its reboot that's on Netflix. She also played Mokuba Kaiba in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters and Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Side of Dimensions. But I wish we could get an uncut Yu-Gi-Oh! Dub. But that's never gonna happen. And no, not the ones by 4Kids, I mean proper ones. Like, we have uncensored anime on today. DVD, like, DVD sales could actually make up for that. Instead of car sales, they can work on DVD sales. And I'm talking about a whole different thing. I think I'll mention more about this what I'm thinking now when I review Yu-Gi-Oh! When I review the Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga. Also when I review Duel Monsters. Alright, I'm going to be reviewing Duel Monsters and all the other seasons. Fully subbed. Of the Master Duel series. The Rush Duel series already reviewed. Alright, Gon Killer managed to win their battle. Oh crap, he gets still on his bound his double. Anyway, Owen has a condition. If they lose the hunters, they die. Causing the big muscular guy to die. He exploded and died. Meanwhile, Leorio ends up finds his way back into the area. Ends up the same place where Gon Killua busted in. And then he kind of runs into Hisoka. I think he's going to fall down about something that's going on. What is going through that guy's mind? Well, something I forgot to mention in the first review of the last film. Because that film opened up with a little sequence of the, of Gon Killua's Hunter Encyclopedia. Hunterpedia. I don't think you can find the dub version on YouTube. You can find the sub version and the English dub and Japanese versions of the Hunterpedia and Greed Island tutorials, which I plan to do, give a watch. Now I'm more familiar with the series. Watch all 148 episodes. Anyway, during the battle, Leorio comes in to help Kurapika. Because early on, Leo couldn't wait to demonstrate his net abilities. If you've seen the last 13 German election arc, you already seen Leo's ability. Sometimes a dimensional hole opens up a small wormhole, which teleports his fist, teleports anything to another side or something. I don't know, we saw only once about the arc. That's it, we don't have a proper explanation of what it does. I'm sure we will get a proper explanation in the next arc. So, yeah. Anyway, Kurapika gets injected with the guy's blood. This guy was revealed to be Jed, by the way, the one who's holding Netero captive. He was brought back from the dead. Basically, the new members of the Shadow were there that day where the village was attacked. They managed to escape, but wanted revenge on the hunters that killed everyone in their path, killed the people they cared about. So they were told to bring back Jed, and they got the power of Own. Anyway, both ended up dead, but Kurapika gets injected with Jed's blood, causing not be able to use Nen. He'll die unless he makes a contract. But Kurapika refuses. Gon Killua managed to meet up with Leorio and Kurapika. They see Kurapika in that state. Leorio can inform them what happened, and they tell Leorio about Own. So yeah, Gon wants to save his friend Kurapika, so Gon and Killua head off to the roof to kill Jed and save Kurapika, so he doesn't have to make a contract. they don't want their friend to die. But Jet is strong and fast. Gon's Jar Jar Kim won't work. And Killua electricity won't work either. So Gon, while rescuing Killua, ends up getting hit with Jet's blood when Killua cut him. So yeah, Killua gets knocked out for a bit. Gon had no choice but to make a contract just to stop Jed. And that doesn't work much. But Killua's the only one who can use Nen, so Killua risks his life to save Gon. Managed to get through to the girl, I think they called her Rengoku. Same name as the character in Demon Slayer. Alright, I read the entire Demon Slayer manga. So if you want to see my review on that, go check out my manga channel, Axis Kill. Gon seems to be nearly taken over by Netero's being. Gon seems nearly taken over by the Own. The only one who can say Gon is Gon. Netero battles Jed. And they win, and Gon's back. With Jed dying. That's where we get the flashback of when Netero and Jed were young. You know, and they went to lead different parts of the wars, but they were good friends. So that must have really hurt Netero. But they never mentioned this at the start. They should have mentioned, I'm sorry, my friend. You know, have a tear come down his eye that he has no choice but to kill his friend. Yeah, but things seem back to normal. Well, the ending plays in the background, which is the end of the Chimera Ants arc. That's why I think it takes place in the second half of the story. I'm sure you'll just have to find that ending, watch all the endings, just find that ending. Can't remember what number it was, but yeah. It's not like nothing happened. And now everything's getting back to normal. By the way, Biscuit, Win, and Sushi rescued the hostages early on. So I've been Seymour right now. All owners gone. But like I said, the prisoner thing went nowhere. Unless there's a post-credit scene set up another film, which I highly doubt. But yeah, that was Hunter x Hunter: The Last Mission. It was actually a good film. So, I don't know why it's titled The Last Mission. Well, is this meant to be the last Hunter x Hunter movie? I really don't get the name. Because, again, should be called, has something to do with the name. It should have something like Own in its name. Hunter x Hunter: The Power of Own. Something like that. But anyway, that was my review. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please hit the thumbs up button. Once you more, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. You up to date always the console future. I'll see you guys next time for My Hero Academia's second arc, which won't be that long. Kill Phoenix out.